Hello, hello, hello. It's Stephanie Deed, your favorite realtor. I have a little fun fact Friday for you, just like we always have on Fridays here at the Deeds Group. First, let me just ask, raise your hand if you are working from home. Raise your hand if you are being homeschooled. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I'm doing the homeschooling, you're being homeschooled. So we are all living in the corona world, trying to adapt to what's going on. So I have some guests in my video today. I don't know that they have anything to say, but they just want to hang out. So my Did You Know Fun Fact Friday today is about things that you can be doing to get your house prepared for the market if you decide that you want to sell it, okay? So we don't know how much longer this is going to last. We don't know if the market is going to be great in 2 weeks, 30 days, 60 days. We don't know how long it's going to take. I will tell you, I put a listing on the market yesterday. I've already got 4 showings scheduled on it. So whether or not you feel comfortable looking at property or walking out of your house right now due to the shelter in place, I will tell you that there are people who still feel comfortable doing that because they're looking at that property that I just put on the market. So keeping in mind that things are a little bit different right now, but they also are going to get much, much better once all of the dust settles on this. So if you are looking for some projects, you're stuck in your house, it's shelter in place. How can you get your house ready to sell so that as soon as the market comes back, you can get your house on the market and ready to go, rather than sitting around twiddling your thumbs waiting for the market to get better? Go ahead and start working on some of these things. Now, the most obvious, not most obvious, but the most effective thing that you can do that will have the biggest bang for your buck is actually paint. Okay, so any rooms that are bright, kind of crazy colors, I would put a neutral paint color on, prime and paint those walls with a neutral gray or beige. Actually, there is a color called grayish that I would go with. It is, it depends on what color you put next to it, whether it looks more gray or beige.
What about white?
White, very good, Aubrey. White is what you want to do on your baseboards and trim colors, on your baseboards and your crown molding. Any doors that you have that have, you know, if your kids have put holes in them with different things or stickers on them or whatever, you want to get all of that off and get your doors as bright white as possible. So I would go with some neutral paint and some white baseboards and crown molding and doors. And that paint, well, yes, folks, we are adapting to coronavirus when children try to jump into our videos and drop the camera. So anyway, we were talking about paint and why you should do some touch-up painting of baseboards and whatnot. I will show you why I need to paint in my house, and certainly would be doing that if I was getting ready to put my house on the market. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? And not only do I have children who are literally climbing the walls, we also have, you know, this little guy back here. He likes to take a hot lap in the pool. And after that hot lap in the pool, what does this dog do? Rolls around in the mud, runs in the house, and rubs his little body up against my walls. So if you have children, no children, dogs, no dogs, pets, no pets, chances are there is something in your environment that you're gonna probably have a reason to touch up some paint. So that is your number one most effective bang for your buck thing that you can do is paint. There are some other smaller, probably easier things to do. Paint takes up a lot of time, but for the money it costs and for the money it can bring in, I think it's certainly worth it. I would have all of my windows cleaned Clean all of your windows, because really having natural bright light coming into the house is important, and you'd be surprised at how much dirty windows will affect that. And you also would be surprised how dirty your windows probably are. So I know mine need to be cleaned, so I think I'm gonna add that to my list of things to do while we are sheltered in place. Also, if you go into your bathrooms, your kitchen, anywhere that there is tile, I would look at ways to either steam clean or work on your grout to get it as clean as possible. Some areas you might actually want to scratch out and re-grout, depending on how bad they are, but certainly I would get some sort of cleaner and go through the grout areas that look like they might need some attention. That is definitely something that buyers are going to notice. Go through closets, organize, clean them out. I usually tell people that I'm not terribly concerned about how disorganized a closet is. My biggest factor there is that I want people to be able to see how big the closet is. So it doesn't matter if it's disorganized as long as I can see the whole big size of it. But some people do like to have things a little bit more organized when they're getting ready to put their house on the market. So certainly this is a great time to go through, do a little spring cleaning, take out the stuff you don't wear anymore, take out the stuff the kids have grown out of, and just clean, purge. Now is a great time for purging. In your kitchen, you can do things like making sure your oven's been cleaned, your vent hood is cleaned, making sure that those things are not only just clean for showings, but then when the inspector comes, they're not gonna have as big of an issue with those. Speaking of inspectors, things like cleaning out your gutters, changing your HVAC filters, making sure that your smoke detector batteries are working, and changing all of your not changing all of your light bulbs, but making sure there are no dead light bulbs, okay? Those are all things that are going to not only affect the showings, but certainly the inspection later on. When you go outside, what things can you do outside in this beautiful, lovely weather? You can trim your hedges, trim your trees. You can put fresh mulch in your beds. You can do some planting if you have anything to get planted. And just make sure that everything looks fresh and tidy. That's what I tell people. Don't go spend a ton of money on landscaping. Just make sure it's clean and tidy. Look at your front door. Does your front door need to be painted? Look around your front door. Do you have cobwebs and things that need to be rinsed out and cleaned up? So this video has gotten a little bit long, and I apologize for that, but if you are looking for projects to do while you're under Corona quarantine, I hope that this video has given you a few ideas, and I hope that everybody is staying safe and healthy. If there's any questions I can answer about your house, any other houses, or just the market in general, I am more than happy to do so, and I look forward to catching up with everyone at next week's Fun Fact Friday. Have a great weekend, guys. Thanks.